James Hill on MEAC Media Day 2018 here in Virginia, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be with the head coach of BCU and talk about this year's club and so far what you see from the coaching standpoint.
Honestly, I've been asked that question a couple of times, and what I see is a football team that, one, enjoys being around each other. I think they've always enjoyed playing the game, or I know they enjoy playing the game. They enjoy playing together, but it's a different feel right now for my guys because I think we have a different type of leader. You know, we have guys that are leading by example and not just, talking the talk, but they're walking the walk. So as a head coach, I can look at a football team now and say that we have a number of leaders on our team, but we have a number of guys that just love playing the game and they love playing the game together.
How special is it to be able to mold guys and move in another class as we move forward and move into a brand new season?
I think it's very special, and I know that it's a privilege for me to be able to be the head coach of this football team and to have a chance to mold another group of young men and to have the help of my staff, the older players, and the administration. It's just a great opportunity to be able to take another group of young lives and transform them.
Last year, a tremendous campaign, a tremendous season, and you guys can kind of build off of some of that success last year, even though it's a new season, because you have some familiar faces coming back from that legacy.
Yeah, we do, and I'll still look at last season, and I'll say it as I said when the season was over. It's not good enough, and we've took that on as a football team. We've taken all the mistakes that we made last year, and I think as a staff and as a football program, totally with our equipment managers, our training staff, we're taking, I think, a big step forward this year. Everyone is going to be accountable. Everyone is going to have to step up their discipline, step up, the detail of their work. And I think looking back last year, yeah, it was a 7-4 season. We had a 4-game winning streak at the end of the season, which was great to see them come back and fight back to win those games. But again, we dropped a couple of games last year that we should not have dropped, and that's just us not finishing. So we have to make sure that we maintain our focus from start to finish this year, and be the football team that we know we can be.
Graham has moved forward. Williams is in the house now. Talk about some of the guys that we can see this year with Wildcats.
Well, offensively, you definitely see Kevis Williams. He's the guy that'll be the quarterback right now. Have a couple guys in that are transfers that'll be fighting for playing time, but right now he's the guy with the experience in the offense, so he'll step on the field first. Kevon Mitchell, a guy that's here with me, he's been a starter, since his freshman year. He'll be the leader of that group of the secondary, of the receivers. And, you look at Tupac Ismi. He's a guy in the backfield that'll carry the load for us. And Dwayne Brown on our offensive line. Those are guys on offense that will look to lead their respective groups defensively. Elliott Miller, who's here with me, he's been a starter since his freshman year. He'll run the secondary for us. We have guys, Joseph Johnson, Trevor Merritt, Sam Mark. Those guys will be there to support him, but he'll be the leader back there. Trenton Bridges, Devin James, and Marquise Hendricks. That'll be our linebacker core that'll actually run our defense. And we have Jerome Howard. We have Todney Evans and Kevin Thompson along with Marcus Ford. So our defense will be definitely our strong point this year to start the season out, and I don't think our offense will take long to catch up because, like I said, we had a lot of our transfers in the spring, so they got a chance to go through spring ball, and we're looking for a lot of production out of those guys because we lost a lot of production on that side of the ball. So those guys have some big shoes to fill, but I think they're up for the challenge.
Coach, another challenging schedule. It starts out at Tennessee State, playing Tennessee State. You finish up, obviously, at the Florida Classic, and you'll see a lot of competition this season. Talk about your home schedule and getting out on the road, and again, just competing.
Well, and that's just it. We're competing. We're not worried about whether we're home or away. It's a football game, and that's the attitude that our football team takes. Just put the ball down. put the ball down and we're going to play, regardless if we're at Daytona Stadium or if we're on the road playing. It doesn't matter. We're going to put a great product on the field, and you're going to see a bunch of guys that are going to play football for 60 minutes.
Anytime the SWAC and the MEAC get together, in your case, Mississippi Valley will stop by this year. Talk a little bit about when both teams in both leagues meet up.
Well, I think the ESPN, they have the MEAC SWAC Challenge that starts the year off, and I think that's great. But aside from that game, we have a few people in our conference that play a few teams out of the SWAC, and it's always good to play against another FCS school that's an HBCU at the same time to just match wits, and you have a little bit of conference bragging rights for another year.
Any surprises that you want to tell fans about to look forward to this year?
It wouldn't be a surprise if I told you. So we have some things that we're going to look for. Have people look for. Our fans will be looking. I'm sure they'll be at practice watching. But it's something for you guys. I have a little something for you. So we'll see. Once the season starts, we'll see you in Nashville at the John Merritt Classic.
Awesome. The Celebration Bowl at the end of the year is the National Black College Football Championship. SWAC, MEAC, Atlanta. It's a beautiful thing. Talk about that.
I think it's an unbelievable event. ESPN and John Grant, they do a great job of putting this game on. I just think we have to come out more as a conference with the MEAC, and the SWAC has to come out more. And we need to pack that stadium. We need to make sure that this game stays around and that it continues to be the game that it was set out to be. It's a bowl game for our kids. It's an atmosphere to put them on a national stage, and we have to take on the responsibility of making sure that it stays around.
Coach, how important will field position be this year?
I think it'll be huge. We have new rules in kickoff, and with a lot of explosive offenses, I think field position will be key to winning games, because I predict, and I'm not a predicting guy, but there'll probably be a lot of close games in the conference again this year.
In closing, any final comments as we think about a brand new season? And again, people are excited because we're all looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to it as well. When you're a coach or you're a player, your competitive juices around this time of the year, they start boiling, and all you want to do is get out and compete. So we're all ready to go. Talking to a lot of the coaches around here, I have a lot of great friends at different schools that are here today, and we're all just ready to go out and compete.
There you have it from Coach Sims. It's Media Day here in Virginia, and it's going to be a great season, and BCU kicks off versus Tennessee State on September 1st. I'm James Hill.